The following live stream may contain words or phrases used on children's playgrounds. Viewer discretion is advised if you're a parent. Your streamer tonight is a Gen X streamer, a product of growing up in the 1980s and 1990s, and yes, I am a product of my time. My content may contain unintentionally triggering topics or phrases, unintentional cringe, and most definitely adult language. No offense, no disrespect intended at any time. Your streamer does, to a point, take input on how to do better in the big 2-6, but only to a point. You see, if you want respect, you have to give respect. You got to give it to get it. That's how that works. So when you come correct, and you come correct every time. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is, you be cool, we'll be cool, and everything will be cool. Cool. Thoughts and opinions expressed on the stream are mine and mine alone and do not necessarily reflect those of Twitch, its sponsors, its affiliates, or even my own affiliate. They are mine and mine alone. Now, with all of that being said...
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier.
My name is Joseph.
Hey, yo.
And we are live! Coming to you from beautiful Bakersfield, California. How goes it, everybody? My name is Joseph. Hiya, how are you? Welcome in. Tonight, we will be presenting to you the 2026 Fire Pro Wrestling World Summer Sizzle Championship Tournament. If you watch any of my overnight streams, you'll see Fire Pro Wrestling World, in case you didn't know the name of the game, even though I, make it, mention it several times. But if you didn't know, that's the name of the game, Fire Pro Wrestling World. And I run matches overnights. Well, these matches, they may seem random, but they're not. They are actually part of what's called a league. Meaning, the way I got it set up anyway, I got set up 2 separate round-robin tournaments. Basically, if you've ever watched New Japan Pro Wrestling or anything like that, you've seen the New Japan Cup, the G1 Climax. It's kind of like that. More like the G1 than it would be the New Japan Cup. New Japan Cup's kind of a smaller version of it. It's basically like a G1, where you have 2 different round-robin tournaments happening at the same time that happens over the course of several days and weeks. And culminates in one big, in the G1, the winner of the A bracket faces the winner of the B bracket. Here, I actually have the top 3 finishers in each bracket advance to a tournament. The tournament winners, A bracket winner, B bracket winner, advance directly to the semifinals. They will face the winner of the 2nd place and 3rd place guys that will compete in the quarterfinal. But we actually have an additional match because of a tie for 3rd place. We are going to have an additional match here tonight that basically counts as a tournament match. The winner will advance to the quarterfinal. So an additional round in the A bracket, single match. Winner advances to the quarterfinal. Quarterfinal winners advance to face the bracket winner in the semi. The winner of those semifinals then face off in one match for the entire freaking league. So that is what we are going to be running here tonight. Also going to have a few additional matches. I usually show this. Move that the hell out of the damn way. Anyway. So I will show this, but this title will will not be on the line tonight, unfortunately. The Western States Heavyweight Championship. This is a replica belt. This is not the actual belt used at Vendetta Pro Wrestling or National Wrestling Alliance. This is a replica title we will be having on the line tonight. You can stay right the hell there. Now this one, and you can tell by how beat the shit that it is, right? You can tell. The Triforce Championship, and this one is, and sorry that it's cutting off a little bit there, but this is actually the if I hold it right here, you can't see the damn thing at all. But if I hold it right here, it's in between my voice and the microphone. This is the actual ring-worn Vendetta Pro Wrestling Triforce Championship, aka NWA Triforce Championship. That is the actual ring-worn belt. So, and like I said, you can tell by how beat the shit that it is. But we will be having the Triforce title on the line. International Tag Team Championships, I don't have those belts, which is kind of ironic, being as how, kind of ironic that I don't have those belts, seeing as how I designed the motherfuckers, but, you know, they actually remained in service far past, Vendetta Pro Wrestling, the defending champions. I do have, occasionally it does show on this stream where Sean Casey and Cody Hawk, Sean Casey and Cody Hawk won the international tag team titles. They continued to defend those titles well after Vendetta Pro Wrestling shut down. So technically those titles actually outlasted the promotion, and that's all thanks to Sean Casey and Cody Hawk. So, but what that means is that they still have possession of those belts. So, you know what? They deserve them. I'm not even mad about it. But it is ironic that the one that I did design is the one I don't have, because it remained in service. Anyway, international tag team titles will also be on the line here tonight. But we are going to start things off with our opening contest. Ladies and gentlemen, the following, our opening contest this evening, is in the 2026 Fire Pro Wrestling World Summer Sizzle first round. One fall, 45-minute time limit. Introducing first, making his way to the ring, tied for third place in the A bracket, representing Chaos, Rocky Romero. His opponent, tying for third place in the A bracket, from Sicily, the Western States Heavyweight Champion, the Sicilian powerhouse, Vito Fratelli. Referee for this contest, Vicky Fox. One fall, 45 minutes. Now again, this is a league match. I am, in case you're wondering, my hands, I am not playing with my feet. I do not control these matches. These are CPU versus CPU. They are based strictly on the moveset and the logic of each of the competitors in the involved. Both of these men tied for third place in the A bracket. So they are facing off. The winner advances. The loser, well, thanks for coming. Off the ropes there. Nobody home for Romero. Romero, the smaller but faster of the two. And that's not to say that Vito Fratelli is a tank as he hits that falling headbutt right there. Vito Fratelli is a tank, but he is a fast tank. Rocky Romero, known as the king of sneaky style, and he's going to need to be sneaky against this Sicilian powerhouse. Nice spinning head scissor takeover there by Romero. Off the ropes, drop kick, but just absorbed by the tank, Vito Fratelli. Snapmare takedown by Romero. Romero now, snap suplex. Reverse knife edge chop, and elbow to the back of the head. Little stomp there to the calf while he's down. But now, oh, look at that. A front suplex there by Vito Fratelli, and Vito now just stretching out that leg while stomping on the back of the man's head. Just yank your entire leg out of the socket while stomping on your head. Strike exchange here in the center of the ring. And I'm not sure. I think Vito Fratelli got the better of it, but look at this. One. I do not have Vito Fratelli's voice clips in the game, but the in-game voices are pretty damn close to what Vito actually sounds like. And Vito will, if you've ever seen a Vito Fratelli match, and we do have Vito matches as part of our stream also, when we stream Lucha Pro overnights, he likes to talk. He likes to talk a lot, but he backs it up, so, you know, you don't like to hear a guy that yaps a whole lot, but again, when he backs it up, what can you do? The only thing worse than getting your ass kicked is getting your ass kicked and being told about it while you're getting your ass kicked. Once again, just absorbing that drop kick. Rocky Romero now. Running knee by Romero. That one takes Fratelli off his feet. In behind, and look at this. Nice abdominal stretch there by Rocky Romero. But it is Vito Fratelli. Quickly back up to his feet. Hits a senton. Goes for the cover. One. Only a count of one. Fujiwara armbar applied by Romero. Romero and I both have a little bit of history with All Pro Wrestling. APW, originally based in Hayward, California, later based in San Francisco. Drop kick there by Romero. Kind of funny if you think about it, the way everything that was based around that Hayward, Oakland area eventually made its way across the bridge over to San Francisco. The Warriors, the Raiders left town entirely. The Athletics left town entirely. All Pro Wrestling made it up to San Francisco. Moonsault off the top by Romero. While he is the smaller man, he can utilize the turnbuckles to try to add a little bit extra impact, but a knee right there to the ding-ding area by Romero. Look at that. Nice brain buster by Romero. Romero now. Oh, what a counter there by Vito Fratelli. Fratelli once again with a senton. Dropping his body weight right in to the core. Look at this. A nice armbar applied. And even as big and powerful as Fratelli's arms are, they are not meant to bend the opposite direction. No human's arm is meant to bend that way. And look at this, a guillotine choke. That's really good. Take the oxygen away from the big man. Big man with big muscles. It takes a lot of oxygen to power those muscles. If you take that oxygen away, you could really wear him down. Look at this. 1, 2. No. Once again, back to that armbar, but Fratelli's legs in the ropes. Series of headbutts there by Fratelli. Look at that nice Fujiwara armbar right there as a counter. And Rocky Romero well positioned there. You know, his own legs would go out of bounds. That would keep his man from reaching the ropes. Over the top and to the outside. Romero catches a quick breath and now dives to the outside. Enziguri kick right there, a jumping one leg Enziguri, another one there by Romero. They have to the count of 20 to get back into the ring. They get in at the count of 12. Missing wildly with that chair shot, but that chair is in the ring. Not only can it be picked up and used again, but with the mod that I'm using in this game, you can actually drop somebody right on top of it. The thing you got to worry about, you can actually hit a move on somebody. Big German suplex right there and a big swinging clothesline, but a quick drop kick. Somehow out of all that, it was Romero that got the better of it, but Fratelli with a series of headbutts. As I was saying that, a big sweeping clothesline right there. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Wow. Almost a count of 3 with just stepping on him. Just that showing him up. Another series of hard headbutts by Vito Fratelli. Senton there by Fratelli. Another one using his body weight to his advantage, but now caught once again. But once again, his feet are in the ropes. That is going to force the break. Your feet get to the ropes, you are officially out of bounds. Up to the top, Rocky Romero stalking his prey. Hurricanrana, legs trap. We got 1, 2, no. I was just say any moves done on top of that chair, but the problem is you can actually do a move, land on that chair yourself, and it basically counts as you being hit with that chair. Got him set up. La Fine de Tempi. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, advancing to the quarterfinal, Vito Fratelli. Time of the fall, 15 minutes, 55 seconds. Once again, match evaluation, 88%. Time of the fall, 15 minutes, 55 seconds. Vito Fratelli, winner by La Fine de Tempi, the end of time. Meltzer gives that match 3.5 stars. Would have been 4 stars if it was in the Tokyo Dome. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, the quarterfinals are now set. And, oh, we got a little change up here. We got a little change up. Look at this. So, okay, a little change up. Vito Fratelli will be taking on SoCal Crazy. Ricky Ruffin will be taking on the Brian Kendrick. Originally, we had Ruffin taking on SoCal Crazy. Now he's going to be taking on Brian Kendrick in the first round. And by the way, just going off of real life, what things that have actually happened in real life, if you're thinking Ricky Ruffin has no chance against Brian Kendrick lost twice in real life to Matt Riviera, the finals of the Western States Championship Tournament, and in an individual challenge for that Western States Championship Both times, Brian Kendrick came up short, losing both times to Matt Riviera. Ricky Ruffin defeated Matt Riviera for the Western States Heavyweight Championship and then successfully defended that very same title against the man that he defeated to win that title in the first place. So, what I'm saying is, if you're thinking Ricky Ruffin has no shot against Brian Kendrick, you don't know Ricky Ruffin. If you think Vito Fratelli, if you think SoCal Crazy has no chance against Vito, you don't know SoCal Crazy. SoCal Crazy, former Vendetta Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, former Triforce Champion, Lucha Pro Champion, SoCal Heavyweight Champion, among many titles that man has won in his career. So it will be SoCal Crazy taking on Vito Fratelli, the winner, to face Jimmy Wang Yang, last year's Summer Sizzle winner, the winner of the tournament last year. This time last year, Jimmy Wang Yang won the whole dang thing. And he's looking to repeat here tonight. Brian Kendrick taking on Ricky Ruffin, the winner taking on Jushin Thunder Liger in the semifinal. That will be coming up. But first, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to set up our Triforce Championship match. And as I'm setting that up, we will take a quick break. Stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, our next match brought to you by W. You like energy drinks without the jitters and crash that go with them? Try W. Go to W.GG, check out your favorite flavor or any flavor that might interest you. Use promo code Black Leather Crew at checkout. That gets you a discount. Gets me a small cut that I can use to improve the stream, and everyone goes home happy. It is a win-win. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. W, be better. Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is for the Triforce Championship. It is scheduled for what fall? 45-minute time limit. Introducing challenger number 1. From Orange County, he weighs in at 187 pounds. Little Chulo. Challenger number 2, making his way to the ring from Pismo Beach, California. Weighing 260 pounds, Tsunami! And ladies and gentlemen, their opponent from the 559. He is the reigning and defending Triforce Champion, the Wolverine, Ryan Referee for this three-way match, Jamie Christensen. And nice reversal there on the part of Cage, but Cage now being sent to the outside. Big scoop and a slam by Tsunami. Reversal right there by Cage. Got a double team power bomb on to Little Cholo. Got a submission hold right here applied by Brian Cage. Submission hold applied to Cholo. Cholo now sends Tsunami into the corner. Look at that, trying to reverse it, but big scoop and a slam on the part of Cholo. Now double team, no, not going to happen. Attempted double team onto Brian Cage there. Shoulder block by Tsunami. Running power slam by Tsunami now off the ropes. Shoulder block attempt, but no. Nice counter on the part of Tsunami. Off the ropes, and now look at this. Brian Cage. Elbow drop there following it up, but now, no. Gonna try to go for the pin. Tsunami not allowing that. Double team right here onto Brian Cage. Double team power bomb. Nobody home. That big swinging clothesline on the part of Brian Cage. Cage now being sent to the ropes. Right now, Tsunami going into battle against Little Cholo. Strike exchange here in the center of the ring. And it is Cholo who gets the better of that. Flatliner on the part of Brian Cage, and quickly into the brutal chinlock by Tsunami. Tsunami taking advantage of the situation now from behind. Inverted power bomb by Cage. Cage now, once again, inverted power bomb. Shoulder block on the part of Tsunami. Double team maneuver, but Tsunami not having that. Tsunami holding his own. Tsunami, a former Triforce champion himself. IRL. So is, for that matter, Little Cholo. It is actually Brian Cage who never held the Triforce Championship, involved in many Triforce title matches, but was unable to secure the win. Big clothesline by Tsunami. Nobody home on that attempt. Tsunami there with a kick to the back. Big swing and a miss there by Cage. Following a big swing and a miss. Tsunami now just playing keep away. Forearm shot to the chest there by Tsunami. And look at this, a nice lift and drop to the back of the head there on the part of Brian Cage. Big swing and a miss there by Tsunami. And a jackhammer connects. But that pin immediately broken up by Tsunami. And looked like Cholo was going to go for something. Tsunami now in charge. Everybody gets collided into. That's a thing you got to worry about with these three-way matches. Counter by Brian Cage. Brian Cage now going for the cover that is broken up by Cholo. Big scoop and a slam by Cage. Now Hurricane Rana nicely done. Clothesline by Tsunami. Elbow drop following that up. There was a time where it was Tsunami. There was a time it was Tsunami that was well over the 300-pound mark. Tsunami lost a lot of weight during his career, but big swinging clothesline on the part of Cage that is broken up by Little Cholo. Now the Boston Crab applied to Brian Cage by Tsunami. Cage able to fight his way out of that. Big chin lock, brutal chin lock. Check out chinlocks.com. Shout out to Wrestling Bios there. And that worked out for absolutely nobody. Cholo now going to work, but now from behind is Tsunami. Shoulder block by Tsunami. Shoulder block. No, he is caught. Exploder suplex by Cholo. Nice counter by Little Cholo. Collision from behind. Go for the cover. We got 1, 2. No. Kick out at 2. Strike exchange once again in the center of the ring on the part of Tsunami and Little Cholo. Tsunami, big clothesline, but look at this. Nice follow through drop kick. Standing moonsault by Cage. No! Tsunami now. Look at that. Caught by Cholo. We got 1, 2. No. Kick out by Tsunami. Shoulder block there by Tsunami. Counter by Brian Cage. Tsunami with a stomp right there following that sidewalk slam. Look at this late grapevine by Tsunami. Brian Cage not attempting to break it up. Clothesline on the part of Tsunami. Tsunami once again with the big chin lock. Will that chin lock actually win him the Triforce title? It could. Most devastating maneuver in all of professional wrestling. Check out chinlocks.com. Nobody home on that clothesline attempt. Going for the cover, but his feet are in the ropes. Big swing and a miss right there. Another brutal chin lock by Tsunami. Just for full disclosure, I accidentally screwed up the setup of this match. And Tsunami got listed as player 1 instead of CPU, so I am actually playing this match. I'm not necessarily trying to win, but I'm not necessarily trying to lose either. Look at this. F5 there by Brian Cage. Big chin lock. Now, Brian Cage delivering a series of strikes to Tsunami. Tsunami fighting like hell to try to get out of it. Little Cholo just letting this go on. I don't know if that's why. Okay, Little Cholo finally breaking it up. I don't know if that was wise on his part to let it continue as long as it did. But look at that. Reverse knife edge chop. I think Tsunami was going to go for the pin following that Cholo cutter. Stalling vertical suplex. That's going to send Tsunami to the outside. F5 onto that baseball bat. Now off the ropes. Irish whip and reversal by Cholo. Got a strike exchange once again between Cholo and Tsunami. I don't know if Cholo's the guy I want to try to exchange strikes with, but a big clothesline right there, but a quick drop kick from Cholo. Cholo somehow managing to get the better of that. Flatliner by Brian Cage. Irish whip and a reversal. Tsunami now. Vertical suplex, nicely done. Nice lucha arm drag counter by Little Cholo right there. Jackhammer connects. Tsunami trying to break it up. Tsunami's actually trying to break it up. Brian Cage picking up the win. He eats that F-Su at the end. Tsunami now. Tsunami not letting it go. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout and still Triforce champion, the Wolverine, Brian Cage. Now again, I gotta admit, full disclosure, I botched the setup of that and it made Tsunami the first player. Like I said, I wasn't necessarily trying to win. I wasn't necessarily trying to lose. I was just trying to compete. You saw me at the end. I was trying to break up that damn cover. So, time of the fall, 22 minutes, 43 seconds, 91% match evaluation. Brian Cage by way of Jackhammer winning that contest. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we will have our first match in the quarterfinal round of the 2026 Fire Pro Wrestling World Summer Sizzle. That is coming up next. Stay with us. This next contest brought to you by These Nuts. These Nuts. Ha! Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a quarterfinal match in the 2026 Summer Sizzle. It is scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Los Angeles, California, the man with a plan, the Brian Country. His opponent, from Hitsville, USA, weighing in at 246 pounds, the Last Temptation, Ricky Ruffin. Referee for this contest, Vicky Fox. One fall, 45-minute time limit. This time, I promise you, I have not set anybody to player one. This is A quarterfinal match here. Former IRL, the former NWA Western States Heavyweight Champion, The Last Temptation, Ricky Ruffin, taking on former X Division Champion, former WWE Superstar, former WWE Cruiserweight Champion, the Brian Kendrick. Man, what a plan! Kendrick served for a while as the head trainer at what was originally the Vendetta Pro Wrestling Kayfabe College. Literally too. Later, goes for a cover, not even a count of one there. Later became the Pro Wrestling Unplugged Kayfabe College. Elbow right there, and went for the cover, but not even a count of one. Backslide attempt here, not even a count of one. Brian Kendrick advanced all the way to the final of the tournament, again, IRL, tournament for to crown a new NWA Western States Heavyweight Champion, and he fell to Matt Riviera, who... Matt Riviera, you know, by way of winning that final match, became the first Western States champion in, I think, what was it, like 11 years, something like that at the time. Backslide attempt right here by Kendrick, not even a count of one. It was, actually, during that reign of Matt Riviera, Brian Kendrick made another attempt getting a shot at the Western States Championship, coming up short in his challenge. It was Ricky Ruffin who ended the title reign of Matt Riviera. In between that and the rematch, Matt Riviera won one half of the NWA World Tag Team Championship. So, but he came back. Riviera did come back, challenged once again to try to regain his title, and was turned away by Ricky Ruffin. So, Ruffin, the larger of the two competitors. Kendrick, basically a cruiserweight. Ricky Ruffin, a full-on heavyweight. Kendrick does have the speed and experience advantage. Leapfrog right there, but a lot of good that did because they ended up running into each other. Nobody home on that diving clothesline attempt. Ruffin now, vertical suplex. Snap suplex there by Kendrick. Going into 7 minutes into this contest. Snapmare takedown by Ricky Ruffin. Ruffin now going to work on the leg. Very, very smart tactic. You get a guy who's quicker than you, take his legs out. Snap suplex right there by Kendrick. Kendrick trained by Shawn Michaels. The heartbreak kick. Elbow drop and staying on the cover. We got 1, 2, only a count of 2. Look at this single leg Boston Crab there by the Brian Kendrick. Couple of overhead clubbing forearm shots to the chest. Now out of the corner. Tornado DDT going for the cover. This could be at 1. Only a count of 1 off the Tornado DDT. Big swinging right there by Ricky Ruffin. Ricky Ruffin now elbow drop once again, leaning his weight into the cover, only getting a count of 2. But again, Ruffin has that advantage being the larger guy. He can just lay on him, use his weight to his advantage. Now hooks the leg, we got 1. Only a count of 1 once again. Kendrick unable to keep the man down for a 2 count. Single leg crab once again applied by Brian Kendrick. Snap suplex by Kendrick. Kendrick now taking a moment to catch his breath. Irish whip and a reversal. But look at that nice tackle on the part of Kendrick. Once again into the single leg crab. Taking out the legs, here's the thing. Taking out the legs works whether you're the small man or the big man. Got a big splash right here by Ruffin. 1, 2, no! Almost a count of 3. You take out the legs of a smaller, quicker guy. You take away that speed advantage as they got that burning hammer right there on the part of Kendrick. Look at this nice flapjack on the part. And he's got the captain's hook in. This could be a submission. This is an extremely painful maneuver right there. Double arm suplex by Brian Kendrick, but you can see as much damage as it's doing to Ruffin, Kendrick is being worn out by this. Ruffin keeping up with him. Series of strikes there by Ricky Ruffin. Ricky Ruffin moving and grooving, using, oh, look at that. As I said that, DDT. Now a clubbing shot to the back there. Forearm shot by Kendrick. Running clothesline by Ruffin. Flatliner. Look at that. That is called. That is called the Rough House. And a big splash on top of it. Your winner. Advancing to the semifinal. The Last Temptation. Ricky Ruffin. Time of the fall, 13 minutes, 49 seconds. Your winner. Yes, it was a muscle bomb press that hit last. It was a muscle bomb press that went into the pinfall, but prior to that, prior to hitting that muscle bomb press, he hit the... I don't know why I'm having a hard time thinking of this right now. I just said it, too. Sorry, I had to take care of something here real quick off camera. Well, I'm off camera anyway. Had to take care of something real quick. Yeah, prior to the muscle bomb press, it was the Rough House that actually finished off Brian Kendrick. Match evaluation 84%, 3-star match. Coming up next, we got our other quarterfinal match here in the 2026 Summer Sizzle. I'm not going to take a break. We're going to jump right in to that contest. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a quarterfinal match in the 2026 Summer Sizzle. Scheduled for what fall 45-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Tijuana, Baja California, by way of San Diego, California, So Cal Crazy. His opponent advancing into this contest with a first-round win over Rocky Romero. From Sicily, he is the Sicilian powerhouse, Vito Fratelli. Referee for this contest, Vicky Fox. 1 fall, 45 minutes. All right, our other quarterfinal match here in the 2026 Summer Sizzle, the veteran SoCal Crazy taking on Vito Fratelli, who counters that suplex, sending SoCal Crazy to the outside in the classic comedic player pro wrestling fashion. Vito gonna have a clear power advantage over SoCal Crazy, who's gonna have to utilize his quickness, gonna have to utilize his maneuverability, and gonna have to utilize his significant experience advantage. SoCal Crazy beginning his professional wrestling journey all the way back in 1992. Meanwhile, I was a freshman in high school. Fratelli being sent to the outside. SoCal Crazy. Snapmare takedown. And while you may think out here is, you may think this is Fratelli's domain, SoCal Crazy, originally from Tijuana, Baja California, elbow shot goes for the cover, not even a count of one. Now, people think of San Diego as being a beautiful city, and it is, but there are some pretty rough spots there in San Diego, and those spots, that's where you're going to find SoCal Crazy. That's the part he's from. So he's familiar with that, you know, he's familiar with the rough streets as well. Vito Fratelli, originally from Sicily, making his home in South Los Angeles. South Los Angeles because they don't want to call it South Central. I'll call it South Central. That's where it is.
5 minutes gone.
Snapmare takedown by SoCal Crazy. Rake of the eyes there. Again, SoCal can get rough. Look at that being sent right into Vicky Fox. Vicky unable to get out of the way. Off the ropes and a shoulder tackle there on the part of Vito Fratelli. Look at this. Only a count of one, but credit to Vicky Fox for being able to quickly get back into the action. You heard that crack as SoCal Crazy falling on to that Singapore cane. Now, a stomp after that shoulder tackle by Vito Fratelli. Nice headlock takedown by SoCal Crazy. The devastating chin lock. Most devastating move in professional wrestling. Chinlocks.com, brother. Nobody home on that leg lariat. Back into the devastating chin lock. He's going to pull his head off. Chinlocks.com. I am not sponsored by them. I am not. We got one. I am not sponsored by them. I am not endorsed by them. I just think they're really, really cool. You should check them out. Senton by Fratelli. You should also check out W.GG and use promo code Black Leather Crew at checkout. Look at that chin breaker combo, or chin breaker counter, rather, by Fratelli. Fratelli trying to get a shot in, not really sure what to do. Swing and a miss there by Fratelli, and this one connects. Barbed wire wrap baseball bat. I know about that a little too well. Another devastating chin lock. Senton by Fratelli. Fratelli now going for it, but a counter Hurricane Rana hooks a leg. One. Only a count of one.
10 minutes gone.
Series of headbutts there by Fratelli. Now look at that. A ding ding right there by Vito Fratelli. Falling headbutt by the big Sicilian. Snapmare, or excuse me, not Snapmare. Swinging neck breaker by SoCal Crazy. Fratelli now gonna go for the end of time. La Fiene de Tepi connects. 1, 2, no! Time continues for SoCal Crazy. Crazy now gonna send his man to the outside, and once again, SoCal Crazy, he will go after you.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Look at this. Got that submission hold. You cannot get a submission there on the outside, but you can do damage to them knees. Oh, look at that. Connects with that sickle. What the hell would that even be doing underneath the ropes? But look at this. Into a La Fiene de Tempe. 1, 2. No! I think Fratelli, hit that sickle. Spinning neck breaker. SoCal Crazy, not afraid to get rough. SoCal Crazy, not afraid to get hardcore. But look at this. La Mystica connects. We have a submission. The winner advancing into the semifinal. SoCal Crazy. Time of the fall, 12 minutes, 55 seconds. Winner by way of submission to La Mystica. SoCal Crazy. Match evaluation, 95%, 4-star rating by Meltzer. Would be 5 stars if it was in the Tokyo Dome. But we will take our 4 stars. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, our quarterfinal round is complete. Coming up next, International Tag Team Championship will be at stake. International Tag Team titles will be at stake. That will be coming up next. Stay with us as we set that up. Be back in just a moment. contest brought to you by Black Leather Crew Productions, blackleathercrew.com. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the International Tag Team Championship. It is scheduled for one fall. 1 hour time limit. Introducing first, the challengers. From Rancho Cucamonga, California, Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks. Their opponents. Making their way to the ring, they are the International Tag Team Champions, Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Chavo Guerrero Jr. Referee for this contest, Sparky Ballard. 1 fall, 1 hour for the International Tag Team Championship. All right, title match on the way here. And this time I did not set anybody to player 1, so... Yeah. In the ring at the moment, Nick Jackson and Chavo Guerrero Jr. Young Bucks known all over the world, honestly. But made their names in Southern California, wrestling anywhere from the SoCal's largest shows to little tiny shows with 5 people in attendance. And each time, they gave the same effort. Same high-flying maneuvers. Same outrageousness, no matter the size of the crowd. They always made sure to give everybody super kicks, just like that. I was just saying, it gave everybody their money's worth, but look at this. But Matt Jackson's feet in the ropes, so that is not going to count. They're going to have to break the hold. But Davey Boy Smith Jr., the former NWA World Tag Team Champion, former WWE World Tag Team Champion, off the top rope, big leg drop there by Davey Boy Smith Jr., and now Chavo Guerrero, the former Vendetta Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, former WWE CW World Heavyweight Champion, and simultaneously held the Vendetta Pro Wrestling simultaneously held the TNA World Tag Team title and Vendetta Pro Wrestling Heavyweight title at the same time at one point. There's the tag that's going to bring Nick Jackson back to the ring. Matt Jackson making the tag. Nick Jackson, the legal competitor. Nick Jackson, Chavo Guerrero. Right there. Nice tilt-the-world backbreaker on the part of Chavo Guerrero Jr. We were honored to have both Chavo Jr. and Chavo Classic involved in, I believe it was Vendetta-versary 6. Nobody home on the drop kick attempt there. Big elbow drop by Davey Boy Smith Jr. Now, of course, you hear Jr. That means there's a Davey Boy Smith Sr. Absolutely. The British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. Former WWE Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion and multiple-time Tag Team Champion. First ever WWE European champion. Super kick there on the part of Nick Jackson. Goes for the cover, but you're going to require a few more super kicks as Davey Boy's feet were in the ropes. All four men now in the ring. As it is now Matt Jackson and Chavo. Chavo back, but he drops, sending Matt Jackson to the outside. No, it baby. No, it baby. It not baby, it baby. Get it right.
8, 9, 10, 11.
I do want to say that these particular young bucks are community creations. I did not give them that voice. I just downloaded them, and I keep that voice in just because then I can make that joke. So Chavo now with the chin lock. Chinlocks.com. Super kick. Now look at this Northern Light suplex with a sick bridge. 1, 2, no. Kick right to the ding ding. Dick Kick City DKC underway here. Big sweeping clothesline catches nothing. That suplex attempt broke it up there as we got a nice double team maneuver. Well, even if they didn't really do anything, he let his brother have a quick breather, only for his brother to run into a double arm suplex there by Davey Boy Smith Jr., formerly known as David Hart Smith, also known as Harry Smith. And we got a sharpshooter here. Harry being a relative of the Hart family. Thought they were going to do a quick double team maneuver there. Quick 1-2 shot, but you never know what you're going to get from the Young Bucks. And that's kind of what makes them, unique, kind of what makes them popular. Double team power bomb right here. Oh, look at that. The DKC helping them out of that situation. Nobody home on that drop kick. Chavo now going after Nick Jackson. Big swing and a miss. Spinning neck breaker off the top. Frog splash connects. 1, 2. Broke it up by Nick Jackson. Nick Jackson with a quick senton. Look at that. Nice kick to get out of that situation there by Chavo. Chavo now from behind. Chavo backdrop suplex. Nicely done. Chavo Guerrero now. Step up enziguri by Matt Jackson. Matt Jackson also now going work on the legs. Laying on him for the cover. We got 1, 2, no. Super kick. He's going to tag out to Nick. Nick Jackson now in the ring. Big swinging slap by Nick Jackson. Young Bucks are known for many, many things. Being particularly respectful in the ring is not one of them. Outside the ring, actually very respectful. Believe it or not. Super kick right there by Matt Jackson. Standing moonsault. 1, 2, no. Broken up by Chavo Guerrero. DDT on to Matt Jackson, but the DKC once again. Dick Kick City. Pop up. Hurricane Rana. We got 1, 2, no. Whatever that double team maneuver was going to be. Oh, look at that. This time, I guess still technically a DKC Dick Knee City. The ding either way. Off the top. I'm thinking better of it. What's going to go on here? And thinking better of it is Matt Jackson. Matt Jackson was planning to do something from the outside, but decided to cancel that at the last second. Irish whip and a reversal. Both men running into each other. Chavo Guerrero probably not used to being the larger competitor. Not by much, to be fair. But he's used to being undersized. So it's kind of a weird space for him to be the larger of the two in the ring. Super kick there by Matt Jackson. And go look at this. We got 1, 2. No, not even a count of 2. That broke it up. Elbow drop there by one half of the International Tag Team Champions. Got a double team power bomb and then a neck breaker there by Guerrero. Super kick there by Matt Jackson. Tags out to Nick Jackson. Stereo Enziguri's right there, front and back of the head. In your face and behind your back. Snap suplex by Chavo Guerrero Jr. Quick tag there, smartly done by his part. But a super kick by Nick Jackson now off the ropes. Somersault senton and a standing moonsault. 1, 2, no! Suplex right there by Chavo Guerrero Jr. DKC once again employed by Nick Jackson. Nick Jackson off the rope, high cross body. 1, no. Broken up by Chavo Guerrero Jr. Double drop kick by the team of juniors.
15 minutes gone.
Both men having a long lineage in professional wrestling. Once again, you can tie Davey Boy Smith back to the Hart family, going all the way back to Stu Hart. Chavo Guerrero, of course, a member of the Guerrero family. So many Guerreros going all the way back to Gory Guerrero. Guys who basically helped make what professional wrestling is. Double arm suplex, but thought about the bridge, but frog splash off the top. This could do it. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, no! That one broken up. Backslide, not gonna count. Neither one are, they are not the legal men. Vertical suplex by Chavo Guerrero Jr. Drop kick, nobody home. Chavo now sent him off the ropes. Both men running face first into each other. 80s spot, as we like to call that. Step up Enziguri by Chavo Guerrero Jr. DKC by Matt Jackson. The mule kick. Super kick by Matt Jackson. Off the top. Elbow drop. Connects. Sorry about that. I was trying to mute that.
1, 2.
Nick Jackson being sent to the outside. Got a cradle on not being able to connect with that. We got standing moonsault. 1, 2, no. Super kick. Neck breaker. Suck it. Hard shot right there by Nick Jackson, but now we got a tag. That's going to bring in Chavo. Chavo thinking about going to the top. DKC right there by Nick Jackson. And so he's going to take his leave as it is Chavo setting him up. Chavo possibly going for one of his trademark maneuvers. No, superplex off the top. Thought maybe he's going to go for that tornado DDT, but went for the superplex instead. Tells him to suck it, and then goes off the ropes. Hurricane Rana. 1, 2, no. Look at this, applying the armbar. Chavo now having him set up. Gory special. Talking about going all the way back to Gory Guerrero. That was his maneuver right there. Got to cover. No. Now, look at this. What we got going on over here. A 619 by a guy from Rancho Cucamonga. Stereo Enziguris there by the Young Bucks. Right there. Cradle. 1, 2, 3. Your winners and new International Tag Team Champions. Wait. What the hell's going on? I didn't set this to be an elimination match. Okay, all right. I guess we're doing elimination style. When the hell was this elimination? Fine, we'll do it elimination style. Okay, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this bout and new International Tag Team Champions, Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks. Time of the fall, 28 minutes, 23 seconds. Winner by Meltzer Driver. New Tag Team Champions, Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks. Meltzer himself gives that 4 stars. Would have been 5 if it was in the Tokyo Dome. Match evaluation, 94%. All right, so we have new Tag Team Champions here in Fire Pro Wrestling World. We're going to advance now to the semifinal of the tournament. That will be coming up in just a moment. Stay with us. We will be back with more Fire Pro Wrestling World Summer Sizzle Championship. Stay with us. contest is a semi-final match in the 2026 Summer Sizzle. It is scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Introducing first, making his way into this contest with a quarterfinal win over Brian Kendrick. He is the last temptation, Ricky Ruffin. His opponent, from Japan, he is the winner of the B bracket, Jushin Thunder Liger. Referee for this contest, Vicky Fox. One fall, 45 minutes. Of course, if I want to do a proper introduction, I probably should have said, Jushin Thunder Liger! But winner of this contest advances to the final. Ricky Ruffin with a win already here tonight. Ruffin, a true heavyweight, taking on the former NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Jushin Thunder Liger. If you know your history, you know that Jushin Liger obviously was trained at New Japan Pro Wrestling, also trained with the Hart family up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and appeared on the very first WCW, matter of fact, not just the first WCW Monday Nitro, but the first match in WCW Monday Nitro. I believe it was against Brian Pillman. Interestingly enough, a little bit of a parallel, Ricky Ruffin not only appeared as only a count of one from that. Not only did Ruffin appear on the first Vendetta Pro Wrestling event, he too was the first one out the curtain. And the very first Vendetta Pro Wrestling match. So, a little bit of a parallel to that. Oh, look at that spinning head scissor takedown by Ricky Ruffin. Not something you'd expect to see from him, but out of that position, I guess you do what you got to do. Series of shotes right there by Liger, following that with a slap to the chest and a brutal chin lock, but Ruffin's legs underneath that bottom rope, so referee's going to force the break there. Arm wrench there by Ruffin, the former Western States heavyweight champion. Also, former Pacific Coast heavyweight champion.
5 minutes gone.
Goes for the cover. One. Hooks a leg, only gets a count of one. Sorry if I'm having to pause a lot. As I mentioned yesterday, got some chest and throat congestion because, of course, I do. I'm doing commentary. Only a one count off of that big splash there by Ruffin. Tombstone pile driver by Liger, and then applying the figure four leg lock. I absolutely hate being put in that hold because it actually, like, it makes you feel like your leg is being broken. and you're like, oh, but is it pro wrestling fake? Number one, it's not nearly as fake as you might believe, but also that particular hold, not really. No, that one hurts like a son of a bitch. That's why I hate it. I was like, no, this actually, you actually feel like your fucking leg is being broken over your own leg. That sucks. Another figure four leg lock here by Jushin Thunder Liger. Going to work, trying to reduce the big man's, or the bigger man. The bigger man's maneuverability. Nice side belly to belly suplex there by Ruffin. Another side belly to belly suplex by Ricky Ruffin. The larger of the two competitors is throwing his opponent around. Well, look at this. Another tombstone pile driver. Now, off the top rope. Big splash by Jushin Liger. Going for the cover. 1, 2. No. Nobody home on that Shote attempt and walks right into a DDT. Now it's Ruffin going to work on the legs, trying to reduce the smaller, quicker competitors' maneuverability. Spinning neck breaker there on the part of Ricky Ruffin. Ruffin now backdrop suplex. Series of hard slaps and an upper Shote there by Jushin Thunder Liger. That Shote, that palm strike. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, no! Almost a count of 3. Nobody home on that rolling kick, the capo kick. Ruffin now. A little bit of dancing, a little bit of grooving, a little bit of moving as he hits that clothesline. Now, once again, going to work on the leg of Jushin Liger. Big clothesline by Ruffin. Once again, Ricky Ruffin getting his name, The Last Temptation. If you know about the legendary music group, The Temptations, that's where that comes from. Founder of the Temptations, David Ruffin. Ricky Ruffin, The Last Temptation. That's where the name comes from, in case anybody's wondering. We got a strike exchange here. Overhead, closed fist, going up against hard palm strikes. Nobody home on that, but a series of strikes here by Ricky Ruffin. Liger now being worn out off the ropes, running clothesline by Ricky Ruffin. Off the ropes and into the corner, excuse me. Ruffin now, look at that, sending him face first into that top turnbuckle, big splash. We got 1, 2, no, almost a count of 3. Hooking the leg, we got 1, 2, no. Nobody home on that capo kick. Now he's gonna set up running Liger bomb. 1, 2, no. Liger now breaking out of whatever hold he was being attempted. We got 1, 2, no. Side Russian leg sweep by Ricky Ruffin. Ruffin now setting his man up. Spinning neck breaker. He's setting him up for that rough house. Or possibly the album drop. Liger, once again, this time a standard power bomb. Liger, go for the Liger slash, that running Shote. 1, 2, no. Counter, and look at this. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner advancing into the final, Jushin Thunder Liger. Jushin Thunder Liger. Time of the fall, 16 minutes, 57 seconds. Winner by Magistral Cradle. Meltzer gave that match 3.5 stars. Would have gave it 4 if it were in the Tokyo Dome. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have our second semifinal match here. Figure out who's going to face Jushin Thunder Liger in the Summer Sizzle final. I'm not going to take a break. I'm going to jump right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a semifinal match in the 2026 Summer Sizzle. It is scheduled for one fall, 45-minute time limit. Introducing first. Picking up a win over SoCal Crazy. He is the 2025 Summer Sizzle winner, Jimmy Wang Yang. You know what? I just botched the hell out of that intro. So, Jimmy Wang Yang won the A bracket. That's how he's in. Coming in with a victory over Vito Fratelli, SoCal Crazy. Referee for this contest, Vicky Fox. One fall, 45 minutes. I realized after I said it, I'm like, he's facing him right now. What the hell? Look at that. Quickly going for the cover, but it's far, far too early. Take myself off camera here so you can see the clock. Also, you'd much rather see the clock than see my face. And you can see the clock does move faster than it would in real life, so 1 minute is 30 actual seconds. Anyway. Series of kicks there by Jimmy Wang Yang, the Asian redneck. Born in Los Angeles, but grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. Once again, SoCal Crazy, originally from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. Now residing in San Diego, California. Jimmy Wang Yang, the former WWE superstar, also had stints in TNA and WCW. Was a founding member of the Young Dragons in WCW. So with all of that, you would think Jimmy Wang Yang would have the experience advantage. Not so. Again, SoCal Crazy beginning his professional wrestling career all the way back in 1992. Super kick there by Jimmy Yang. Drop toe hold by SoCal Crazy. SoCal Crazy running with the elbow drop. Look at this. Counter into a cradle. 1, 2, no.
5 minutes gone.
Vertical suplex there by SoCal Crazy, and now SoCal going to work with this submission hold. Going to work on them legs, them knees. Nice arm drag takedown there by Jimmy Wang Yang. Once again, last year, Summer Sizzle won the whole dang thing. Off the top. Diving elbow drop right there, and look, trying to work over that arm, but SoCal Crazy's legs underneath that rope. SoCal now, no, counter here by Yang. 1, 2, no. Nice Northern Light suplex with a bridge, but it was Jimmy Yang's feet now underneath the ropes. Series of kicks by the Asian Redneck. And Mahastral Cradle, but too close, too tied up into the ropes. Trying to go for that Northern Light suplex again. Nice counter into a DDT. Standing moonsault by Yang. 1, 2, no. SoCal Crazy setting up a sit-out power bomb. 1, 2, no. Almost a count of 3. Super kick by Yang. Jimmy Yang now, look at that nice counter drop toe hold by SoCal Crazy. Nice counter into a cradle. 1, 2, no! Almost a count of 3. Quick, fast-paced action. Nice counter right there. Arm drag takedown. These two guys' styles they mesh very, very well. And when you have a nice meshing of styles, you end up with a nice, fast-paced, beautiful match. Just like this one right here. Hurricane Rana, nicely done by SoCal Crazy. But look at this now. Oh, a nice counter by SoCal. He's too close to the ropes. Still a beautiful counter. Yang once again going in for it this time. Hits nail in the coffin. 1, 2, no. That Michinoku driver there by Jimmy Yang, not enough to keep SoCal Crazy down. Gonna go for it again. Nail in the coffin. 1, 2, no. Fireman's carry it to a Michinoku driver, but again, not enough to keep SoCal Crazy down. Look at this. La Mística, center of the ring. Could have a submission. We do. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission. Advancing into the final, SoCal Crazy. Time of the fall, 11 minutes, 42 seconds. Match evaluation, 92%. Once again, 11 minutes, 42 seconds. Winner by submission to La Mística, SoCal Crazy. Meltzer gives that match 4 stars. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, the final is set. It will be SoCal Crazy taking on Jushin Thunder Liger. Once again, a nice meshing of styles in the final. that match, that if there were any way that we could have ever booked that match in real life, that would have been a banger. That would have been an amazing contest. And we will have that here, at least in Fire Pro Wrestling form, coming up in just a bit. We are going to set up another non-tournament match. While I set that up, I'm going to take a quick break, and we will have more Fire Pro Wrestling World 2026 Summer Sizzle coming up in just a bit. Stay with us. is a six-man tag team match. It is scheduled for one fall. .45-minute time limit. Team number 1. Tyler Bateman, Vic Grimes, and the bad dude, Tito Escondido. Their opponents. The Irish juggernaut, Mikey O'Shea, Famous B, and the Human Tornado. Referee for this contest, Rick Knox. 1 fall, 45 minutes. Starting off this contest, Tito Escondido, the bad dude, taking on the Human Tornado. Give a shout out here to the Human Tornado, the only black guy in the movie Nacho Libre. Is Snowflake. And now, Human Tornado taking on Vic Grimes, the baldy Vic Grimes, known primarily his time in ECW as a member of the Baldies, also in XPW, but actually trained at All Pro Wrestling. Now, Famous B, that is 423, Get Fame. That's going to make the tag to Tyler Bateman, the goddamn man. Famous B and Tyler Bateman both heavily associated with Santino Brothers Wrestling, and I will give them a shout out as well. I have had some, oh wait, my bad. I have had some association with Santino Brothers myself. I basically helped design their website. Another guy's had some association with them, Mikey O'Shea. And if you know anything about the element of surprise meme, that is Mikey O'Shea. That is literally him who does that. Matter of fact, I can run that for you. Might take a second. Element of surprise! That right there, that actually is Mikey O'Shea himself doing that. I do apologize. I haven't been able to keep up much on commentary on this particular match. Currently in the ring, though, Tyler Bateman and Famous B. Famous B, the former Vendetta Pro Wrestling Triforce champion. In fact, little known fact here. This belt right here, this actual physical belt, that belt has been worn by the real life Famous B. He was actually the first man to wear that particular belt.
5, 6,
And for a time, he's the first man to wear that particular belt. He's the first Triforce champion to actually successfully defend that title. So, double team right here. Famous B applying the Boston Crab, the Baldy Grimes, Vic Grimes. Vic Grimes meeting somebody his size there in Mikey O'Shea. Gonna tag in Bad Dude Tito. Another guy very heavily affiliated with Santino Brothers, who's co-founder of it, actually, I do believe. Somebody can correct me on that if they know better, but I know he was there at the start. There's the tag that's going to bring in Famous B. And Famous B now going to have to face off with Tyler Bateman. Now, Famous B being dumped to the outside. Look at this. All three men from one team being brought into the ring. Drop kick attempt. Nobody home at that. Bicycle kick. Nobody home at that. But look at that. An arm breaker there by Tyler Bateman. Drop kick, this time connecting. Off the top, double stomp there by Famous B. Another double stomp there. Famous B going for it one more time. Why the hell not? Nobody home on that attempt. And I think there's like a, was that an iron claw that somebody brought into the ring? People keep falling on that. You can hear that sound effect every time somebody makes contact with it. Famous B really needing to tag out. He tags out to Mikey O'Shea. Famous B falling on that baseball bat. Famous B really got roughed up in that series right there. Look at this. Styles clash by Vic Grimes. 1, 2. Probably the only guy in this match big enough and strong enough to pull that off against Mikey O'Shea. And to be brutally honest, I still don't know IRL if he could do that. And Vic is strong as hell, but vertical suplex. I honestly don't know Mikey O'Shea, who is, again, strong as hell, could actually hit a vertical suplex on Vic Grimes. These are just two big dudes. Two big bad dudes. Drop kick there by Famous B, and I do know he could connect with that. Famous B now double stomp. Going for it one more time. No, look at this. 1, 2. No, Firebird Splash not enough to keep the man down. Big swing connects right there by Vic Grimes. Gonna tag out to the bad dude. Bad dude Tito. Double team maneuver here. Double team power bomb onto Famous B, but nice. Drop toe hold counter. Famous B now off the ropes. Thinking better of it. Famous B gonna set his man up here in the corner. Look at this. Double stomp off the ropes. I don't know that his own cornerman would allow this to continue as many times as it just did. Tag out to the human tornado. And Bad Dude Tito, he's gonna tag out to Tyler Bateman. Tyler Bateman, face first choke slam. Bateman now sets his man up. Impaler DDT. We got 1, 2, no! Tornado hitting that destroyer. Urban destroyer there by the human tornado. 1, 2. Broken up by Vic Grimes, or maybe it was broken up by Bad Dude Tito. Both were in the ring. Fact of the matter is, it got, look at this. Pop up into a cutter there by Vic Grimes. Tornado DDT by the human tornado. Tagging out to Famous B. Famous B. Nobody home there on that drop kick attempt, but now Famous B breaking up that attempted double team maneuver. Little moving and grooving there on the part of Famous B, but he is caught by the larger Vic Grimes. German suplex by Grimes. Grimes now going up to the top. Frog splash would have been devastating, but nobody home. Shooting star press does connect, but a little too close to the ropes to go for the pinfall. Firebird splash does connect also. Look at this. Incredible power on the part of Famous B, but that is going to be broken up. Super kick there by Famous B to Vic Grimes. Now, Famous B off the ropes. Basement drop kick connects straight to the mush. And Vic Grimes had the opportunity to tag out, elects not to do it. And now he's going to run into stereo Enziguri kicks. Going to go for the pop-up, the gorilla press pop-up into a cutter on Famous B. But Famous B is not the legal competitor. The human tornado backslide. 1, 2, no. Grimes now power bomb onto the human tornado. Grimes being sent off the ropes. Both men running into each other. Off the ropes. Diving shoulder tackle on the part of human tornado. Vic Grimes now sets him up. Quick power bomb by Vic Grimes. DeBaldi, Vic Grimes. Bad Dude Tito being taken over by a Hurricane Rana. Human tornado. 1, 2, no. Hard shot there. Snuck in by Tornado to Bad Dude Tito. Now we got a strike exchange here in the center. Both men throwing chops. We'll look at that roaring elbow and then a drop kick counter. Tag out. 2. Mikey O'Shea spin kick connects. But now both men once again running. This time, I don't know if Tito forgot that he even sent the man off the ropes. And still had to deal with human tornado. Once again, both men off the ropes. This again, once again coming in too quickly. I'm guessing Bad Dude Tito was not expecting him to come in as quickly as he did. Came in too hot. Tag into Tyler Bateman. Tyler Bateman bicycle kick. Bateman now, reverse knife edge chop. We got another strike exchange here. Bateman saying, nuh-uh, we got a roaring elbow, but a big clothesline counter there by Mikey O'Shea. Setting him up, Impaler DDT. Dropping him right on the crown of his head. Going for the cover. 1, 2. No, not enough to keep Mikey O'Shea down. Mikey going after Grimes now. Grimes popping him up into a cutter. In the other corner, Hurricane Rana, Frankensteiner off the top rope by the Human Tornado. And look at this Irish car bomb connects. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the team of Famous B, the Human Tornado, and Mikey O'Shea. Time of the fall, 27 minutes, 26 seconds. Match evaluation, 97%. 4.5-star rating. Meltzer liked what he saw there, and why not? There was a hell of a lot of action there. That was a big, fast-paced, hard-hitting match by 6 really, really hard-hitting guys. In the end, it was the Irish car bomb. Picks up the 3 count. Your winners, Human Tornado, Famous B, and Mikey O'Shea. Got another non-tournament match coming up. Women's match coming up next. I'm going blurry as hell. What the hell? Why am I blurring out? I can't see! The hell? I'm blurred. Why am I blurred? There we go. The hell? I'm still right here. I'm right in front of you. I've been here the whole time. The hell's the problem? Anyway, gonna have a women's tag team match coming up next, and then we have the final of the 2026 Summer Sizzle. More action coming up. Stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is an 8-woman tag team match scheduled for one fall. "45-minute time limit. Introducing first, team number 1. Barbie Hayden. The Pumpkin Queen, Sage Sin. Katarina. And Amber O'Neil. Their opponents: Andrea the Giant, Shelly Martinez, and the team of Thunder Rosa and Holiday, the Twisted Sister. Referee for this contest, Vicky Fox. One fall, 45 minutes. All right, so 8-woman tag team match. Made sure it was not elimination. I actually thought about that. Well, look at this. Gotta swing. Gotta swing. Holiday, former NWA International Tag Team Champion, taking on the Bullet Babe Amber O'Neil, former NWA World Women's Champion. Notice when I said that, though, about International Tag Team Champion, right? About Holiday. I didn't say Women's Tag Team Champion. No, her and Thunder Rosa held the men's title. They held the main International Tag Team Championship. Now, the Pumpkin Queen, Sage Sin, tries to go to work against Andrea the Giant, the former largest female athlete in the world. Since then, Alpha Female has actually taken that spot. Camel clutch applied there by Andrea the Giant. There we go. Gonna tag out to the most infamous woman in the world, Katarina. Katarina, former WWE superstar, former TNA World Knockouts Champion. And back when Katarina held that title, that was the number 2 women's championship behind WWE. Backbreaker on to Andrea the Giant. Got to cover. 1. Only a count of 1 now. In terms of sheer physical size, Andrea the Giant does have a significant advantage over Katarina. But she's not, honestly, not that much taller than Katarina. Katarina's got some height for a woman. Speaking of somebody who's also got height, Barbie Hayden, the former NWA Women's World Champion herself, taking on former WWE and TNA superstar Shelly Martinez. Shelly now going to tag out to Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa and Barbie Hayden, both of them former NWA Women's World Champions. Thunder Rosa also former one half of the NWA International Tag Team Champion, along with her partner Holiday. Hayden now off the ropes. Barbie Hayden, the goal kick. Thunder Rosa once again being sent to the ropes. Shoulder tackle by Barbie Hayden. Barbie, the larger of the two competitors. Again, not by a lot, but it doesn't necessarily take a lot. When you have a height and size advantage, that means you also have a leverage advantage, and leverage in professional wrestling is huge. Tag out to Holiday, who could probably match size with Barbie Hayden. Barbie might be a little bit taller, and again, even that, like I said, does make a huge difference. But in terms of actual like physical size, Holiday probably matches her. Gonna tag out to the Bullet Babe, Amber O'Neal. Also a former NWA Women's World Champion. The only person in this contest who was a member of the Bullet Club. That's how she earned the name the Bullet Babe. Amber now gets caught front face locked by Holiday. Holiday gonna tag out to Shelly Martinez. Nice headlock takeover by Amber, but that leaves her vulnerable to Shelly Martinez. I'm gonna shout out Shelly here real quick. Shelly is here on Twitch. Give her a follow. The IRL, Shelly Martinez. The tag out to the Pumpkin Queen, Sage Sin. Sage Sin, a former SenCal Pro 5 Cities champion. And that is a men's title. Or at least not a strictly women's title, put it that way. Big scoop and a slam by Martinez. Martinez now going to tag out to Holiday. Another scoop, another slam. Holiday off the ropes, running leg drop. Oh, I thought she was going to go for Irish whip, but pulls her in. Short arm clothesline off the top. Big splash. But she's in her opponent's corner, so they're going to break that up fairly easily. Sleeper hold applied by Amber O'Neal. Now, from behind, look at that nice counter, but there's just the numbers are too great. The numbers against her are too great. That's what happens when you are in the wrong corner. Team can use that against you. Sending Holiday to the ropes. Barbie Hayden, back elbow. Barbie now tagging out to Katarina. Holiday tagging out to Andrea the Giant. In the corner, big splash, nobody home. Katarina quickly getting out of the way of that. Got a strike exchange here between Katarina and Andrea the Giant. Andrea now just shoving Katarina to the mat. And look at that, trying to like rip her damn face off. Not the face, not the face. Not of Katarina. Or, you know, anybody else for that matter. But, you know. Spinning neck breaker by Katarina. Katarina now going for the cover. Gets a count of 2. That is broken up. Look at that spinning. No, I thought I was going to go for a spinning side slam, but hits a backbreaker onto Holiday. Spinning side backbreaker. Vertical suplex by Katarina. All right, tags made in both corners. Now the legal competitors, Thunder Rosa and Amber O'Neal. Side Russian leg sweep by Amber. And a headlock takedown. I will give Amber, even though she doesn't stream that I know of. I'll give her that shout out. Little tidbit there. Only one of these. The only one out of all these all these amazing women. She's the only one that's ever rode shotgun in my car. So. To be fair, I think Shelly has also, but I wasn't driving at the time. I loaned a car to somebody and forearm shot there. Now off the ropes, Amber O'Neal, big clothesline to Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa gonna tag out to Shelly Martinez. X Factor right there, and a flatliner by Amber. Amber, big scoop and a slam. Amber now going to tag out to Katarina. Just under 20 minutes into this contest. This will be the last non-tournament match. We will be having the finals of the Summer Sizzle immediately following this contest. Tree of Woe, really bad spot to be in, leaving you open and defenseless. Power body slam there by Shelly Martinez. Shelly now off the top, high cross body, but that is quickly broken up as she is in her opponent's corner. You do not want to be there. Look at this, everybody getting involved. Well, everybody except Barbie. Barbie just hanging back like, nah, I'm good. Andrea the Giant being brought back in now. Going up against Katarina. Snap suplex by Katarina. Backbreaker by Katarina to Shelly Martinez. Now, Andrea. Not a enziguri. What the hell? A rock bottom, basically. Spinning side backbreaker by Katarina. Katarina now going for the cover. One. Broken up quickly. And once again, everybody getting involved. Barbie hating being sent out to the floor there. Out of that big mess, it is Katarina who comes out of it with the advantage. Flyer woman's carry. 1, 2, no. Probably the only way she would be able to actually manage to pull that off. Firewoman's carry into a Samoan drop. The only way she'd be able to pull that off is with a running start. Once again, backside spinning side slam set up into a backbreaker is what I was trying to say. Big choke slam. 1, 2, no. And Katarina catching a beatdown. Look at this double team suplex onto Andrea the Giant. Now it is Barbie Hayden and Andrea the Giant in the ring. Clothesline by Barbie. Barbie now set up. Barbie taking the choke slam, but Andrea needs to tag out. She is worn the hell out. She needs to tag out badly. As she does so, she's bringing in Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa being taken over with a snapmare, but counters with a drop toe hold. Forearm exchange here by both of these former NWA Women's World Champions. Snapmare takedown once again by Barbie. Barbie being set face first into that top turnbuckle, not the face. Snapmare out of that corner. Now Thunder Rosa setting up vertical suplex, nicely done. 26 minutes into this contest. 45-minute time limit. And Barbie tags out to the Pumpkin Queen, Sage Sin. Big scoop and a slam by Barbie, who now goes to the outside. It is Sage Sin, neck breaker, nicely done. Sage Sin, the daughter of the Human highlight, the daughter of the Human horror film. We got to cover one that broke it up. I was trying to say that she is the daughter of the Human horror film Supreme. Former king of the death matches. Backdrop suplex by Sage Sin. She has been known to compete in many death matches herself. May very well be the single toughest woman in this contest. And that's saying something. Thunder Rosa now tagging out to her twisted sister partner, Holiday. Goes for that big spinning clothesline, but nobody home on that. Off the top rope, however, elbow drop, connects. Nice side belly-to-belly suplex there by Sage Sin, tagging out the Katarina. A look at that arm breaker by Sage Sin. Sage Sin hitting a quick forearm shot on the Katarina. Off the top rope, big splash connects, going up to the top once again. Another big splash connecting. Holiday, double arm, sit out, face buster. That is a trademark maneuver there on the part of Holiday, now tagging out to Andrea the Giant, Impeller DDT. Look at that kick to the back and a kick to the back of the leg. Sends her face first down to the mat. Set her up for that leg drop to the back. Now just a straight up bear hug by Andrea the Giant. Amber O'Neil catching a beatdown snap suplex there by Katarina. Caught in a bear hug once again. Just having that air squeezed out of her lungs. Super kick by Amber O'Neil. But look at this. From behind, unprettier by Holiday. Please do not make Katarina unpretty. Double team suplex sending Andrea the Giant to the outside. All hell breaking loose inside, outside the ring. All 8 competitors involved. Off the top, big splash, but Holiday, not the legal competitor. Into the guardrail goes Andrea the Giant, and R.I.P. who was ever sitting behind the guardrail there. Andrea tagging out the Holiday. Side belly-to-belly suplex by the Pumpkin Queen. Pumpkin Queen hitting those, so much action, just such fast pace, everything going on. As I say, a lung blower by Look at that. Nice single leg takedown there by the Pumpkin Queen, Sage Sin. Knee drop to the back of the head, and now she's going to tag out to Amber O'Neal. Throwing Holiday to the outside once again. All hell breaking loose. Look at this. Barbed wire baseball bat in hand. That set up once again into the backbreaker. But okay. Backdrop, double backdrop suplex. I have no idea who the legal competitors even are at this point. It looks like it's Holiday and Amber O'Neal. Holiday, though, going to tag out to Thunder Rosa. 35 minutes have passed. A 45-minute time limit on this contest. Forearm shot to the back of the head there, but look at that. The C punt. Drop kick by Thunder Rosa. Series of kicks there by Thunder Rosa. But now Thunder Rosa being sent to the outside, and Amber O'Neal, pleased with her own work. She should probably pay attention because now, because of that, she gets hit with that double team power bomb, and Thunder Rosa back to take advantage of the situation. But look at this, a backslide, but she's in her opponent's corner, so that backslide is going to be quickly broken up. Another double team power bomb, this time onto Sage Sin. DDT by Amber O'Neal as Katarina tries to shake off the cobwebs. Thunder Rosa, the unstoppable Thunder Rosa, being hit with a backbreaker. Snapmare takedown by Katarina. Katarina now. Nice drop toe hold counter by Thunder Rosa. The tag out to Andrea the Giant, who's had at least a little time to try to catch her breath. Death Valley Driver connects. Got a strike exchange here between Andrea the Giant and Katarina. Katarina, the enziguri kick, but then a big sweeping clothesline by Andrea the Giant. As we reach the 39-minute mark in this match, 45-minute time limit. Spinning neck breaker on the part of Katarina. Katarina now being sent into the corner. The splash in the corner this time does connect. Andrea the Giant now sending her into her own corner. Thought she was going to go for a splash, but everybody decided to jump in. Now look at this, being sent into that corner and hitting a splash. Katarina being put in the tree of woe. Bad spot to be in. Even if you're in your own corner, you would think her own tag team partners would come in and do something about this. As we're coming up on 41 minutes, if we hit 45 minutes, it will be a draw. Barbie off the ropes. Barbie Hayden with the goal kick. Now, choke slam right there by Andrea the Giant, but she is so worn out. Andrea, very, very low stamina. High impact, low stamina. She is a weapon of mass destruction. However, like many weapons of mass destruction, you can't continually use them. Look at this, nail in the coffin. 1, 2, 3, your winners! As a big power bomb to finish it off, ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the team of the Twisted Sisters, Shelly Martinez and Andrea the Giant. 42 minutes, 13 seconds, the time of the fall. The nail in the coffin, basically another name for the Michinoku Driver 2 into a hook leg pinfall. Scoring Holiday the win for her team. Match evaluation 100%. 5-star rating would be 6 if it were in the Tokyo Dome. All right. ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. I'm not going to do the full 2.5 minutes. I'm just going to do a quick break and transition back over into our league. We are going to have the final of the 2026 Summer Sizzle coming up next. Stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event of the evening. The following contest is the championship match of the 2026 Summer Sizzle. Scheduled for one fall. 45-minute time limit. Though to be fair, if it's 45 minutes, I think the match just starts over. It is scheduled for one fall to a finish. Introducing first, from Tijuana, Baja California, by way of San Diego, California, weighing in at 198 pounds, SoCal Crazy. His opponent, from Japan, the winner of the B bracket, Jushin Thunder Liger! Jushin Thunder Liger! Referee for this contest, Vicky Fox. One fall for the Summer Sizzle Championship. Yeah, I can't really do that Japanese style announcement. My voice, I can raise my voice up, but it's just Jushin Thunder Liger. It doesn't sound right. I don't have, plus I can't project that. Anyway, 14 days total. 14 nights have led up to this match. One fall for the Summer Sizzle 2026. And what we have is a matchup of a Puroresu Jr. taking on a Mexican-style luchador. We have seen these matches happen, and they often make magic because these styles blend so well. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Liger. Jushin Thunder Liger now hitting a series of palm strikes there, those shotes as they're called. Nice drop toe hold there by SoCal Crazy. Well, the first time tonight, SoCal Crazy meeting somebody who got their start in professional wrestling before he did. SoCal Crazy getting his start all the way back in 1992. Jushin Thunder Liger getting his start all the way back in 1984. Suplex sending SoCal Crazy to the outside. And look at this, SoCal Crazy trying to get weapons, trying to bring weapons into this. Man is not afraid to be a street fighter. Oh, look at that. He falls right on to that Singapore cane that he brought in. It's not really a Singapore cane, it's a kendo stick. A Singapore cane's solid. A kendo stick is split. Look at this, roll up into a victory roll. Not even a count of one. Nice side headlock takedown by SoCal Crazy. Hooks the leg. One. Only a count of one. Into the corner goes SoCal Crazy. Now Jushin Liger with a running shote. Hitting that palm strike right to the face. Now look at the electric chair drop. Dropping him right down on his face. 1, 2, no. Missing with that attempt at a shote. Now going for that rolling capo kick, but not connecting with it. Shote this time does connect, goes for the cover. 1, 2, no. You ever hear about martial artists that they talk about how you hit this palm strike, you use this part, hit somebody in the nose, just go bah right there, just hit somebody in the nose like that? They used to say, push your nose up into your brain and kill you. You'd have to hit pretty goddamn hard in order to do that. But I tell you what, you don't have to hit them all that hard to disorient them, to cause their eyes to water. It sucks to get hit directly in the nose, and as somebody with a big as schnoz as me, I can tell you that from first-hand experience. That sucks. Rolling Capo kick, that one connects. Capo. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that. I'll be brutally honest with you. I know it's an effective kick that can knock you the hell out. Liger, aura farming here. Off the ropes, running. Shote connects. 1, 2, no. Off the ropes goes Liger. Nice. Hurricane Rana. Spiking Hurricane Rana there by SoCal Crazy, which is the proper way to do it, actually. The ending is basically supposed to be you're supposed to go straight down on your head, kind of DDT or pile driver style. That's kind of the idea. Now a chin lock here by SoCal Crazy. Chinlocks.com.
10 minutes gone.
Look at that. Palm strike. Rising palm strike by Liger. Liger now off the ropes. Goes for the running Shote again. Connects. 1, 2. No! Almost a count of 3. Liger once again farming aura. Liger setting the man up once again. Liger slash. Nobody home on that one, though. Over the top rope to the outside goes Liger. As SoCal Crazy now. Look at this. Going to work on them legs, them knees. Stretching the hamstrings. Can do all kinds of damage. You cannot get a submission out there, but you can do all kinds of damage to the leg.
11, 12.
Both men down. The match would restart in the case of a double countout. Counter into a power bomb. Nicely done by Liger. Liger now being sent to the ropes. Steer up kick. Nicely done by SoCal Crazy. SoCal going to the cover. 1, 2. Almost a count of 3. Strike exchange here by SoCal Crazy and Jushin Thunder Liger. Liger now hitting that leaping spin kick. Neck breaker by SoCal Crazy. SoCal off the ropes. Connects with the La Mística in the center of the ring. Can he get the submission? Will he get Liger to submit? No. Look at this power bomb by Jushin Liger. Go for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Your winner of the 2026 Summer Sizzle, Jushin Thunder Liger. Time of the fall, 13 minutes, 51 seconds. 90% match evaluation. I didn't get to see actually how, I didn't get to see how many stars. I think it was 4 stars. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, 14 nights to get here. Jushin Thunder Liger has won the 2026 Summer Sizzle. All those overnight streams, right? 13 overnight streams, plus tonight, 14 nights total. And those streams, those overnight streams, in case you don't know, they go anywhere from 10 to 12 to 15 hours. Match after match after match after match. And even going that long has taken 14 nights to get to this spot right here. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your winner of the 2026 Summer Sizzle, Jushin Thunder Liger! I can't do that. And with all that being said, I want to thank each and every one of you. There's times that I will check up on my overnight streams, and I will see sometimes the overnight streams will have the most viewers that I have on the channel, which amazes me, honestly. Because I don't want to say they're throwaway, because they're not necessarily throwaway, but they're kind of... I know some people like to watch overnight. Some people, you know, like to have a little bit of noise in the background. I get it. I run a fan and overnight. I run a fan overnight whenever I'm trying to sleep overnight or during the day, depending on what time. You know, if I'm at work, you know, I'll be sleeping during the day. But you know, while I'm sleeping, I'll run a fan during the winter. Why? Because it has that background noise, and that helps me sleep. I don't know. Some people just having that little bit of noise in the background helps them sleep, or it helps them if they're working on something, they're doing something. It helps them to concentrate. It helps them to get stuff done. And if my stream, you know, my overnight streams can do that for you, then that's great. If they can perform, you know, help with any kind of if they can help in any way, that's outstanding. I'm glad. But most importantly, like I said, just thank you for the continued support that you guys have shown this stream, particularly the overnight segments. It's amazing. And I want to give shout outs to my stream teams, Team Midnight. Check them out at teammidnight.tv. Also, check out the Military Vanguard stream team. In case you didn't know, I am a veteran. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I'm a former sailor, and whenever I tell people that, you know, they ask me why my language is so, you know, why is your language so bad? Why do you say fuck a lot? Fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck. What the fuck, bro? Why the fuck do you fucking say fuck all the fucking time? Why do you cuss like a sailor? Because I was a sailor. And it's called Cuss Like a Sailor for a reason. I was a sailor. But all jokes aside, go check out other members. I'm sure I just sold the hell out of that to you guys, right? Check out the other members of the Military Vanguard stream team, twitch.tv/team/military. So Team Midnight, Military Vanguard, go check out both stream teams. Awesome people, awesome streamers. And shout outs to each of them. Shout out also to Debbie. Be sure to check out W, our affiliate. If you like energy drinks, not the jitters and crash that come with them, try W's unique flavors. Made from coffee fruit cherry extract, not from a bunch of bullshiz that a lot of other energy drinks are made from. And they will soon become your taste buds' favorite energy drink. Use promo code Black Leather Crew or click the link right there in the chat. If you can see the chat and you can click on that link, click on that link. Otherwise, go to w.gg, check them out. Use promo code Black Leather Crew. Gets you a discount. Gets me, you know, a little cut that I can turn around and reinvest into this stream. Continue to make this stream better. W, be better. I had some earlier. You say this is empty. Well, it wasn't empty earlier. I had some during beginning portions of this stream. So what now? I will be starting a new league here pretty soon, probably a tag league since we just did a singles league. But we will see about that. As far as I'm gonna look for a raid target here real quick, and while I'm doing that, I do want to let each and every one of you know. I was like, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching on a VOD, whether you're watching on YouTube, I am getting caught up on YouTube. I still got a ways to catch up you will probably see this VOD before you see a lot of other ones. Because I don't have to, well, I do put these streams into a playlist, but I don't have to do a lot of editing, and it's really the editing that's really kind of kicking my ass as far as getting up to date on those. But anyway, point being, whether you're watching live, you're watching on a VOD, you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on some platform that has my content. I don't know how or why they have my content. I don't even know who the hell they are. But for whatever reason, they have my content and you're watching them on there. Whenever, whyever, and however you're watching, thank you. And for however long. Whether you watch all 3 hours of tonight's stream or you watch 3 minutes, if you watch 3 seconds, you didn't owe me that much. Thank you. You are appreciated so much. That is... that is for you guys. So, let me look for a raid target. I have an idea on who I might be raiding, but let me see. Let me see. I got options actually tonight. We are let me see something. I have a friend who has a birthday stream going on, and so she's going to be on for at least a couple more hours. I want, ladies and gentlemen, to go check out Rotten Poppy. It's her birthday stream. So we're going to say happy birthday to, we're going to go and say happy birthday to our friend Rotten Poppy.
Papi. Papi.
Let's go,
Papi.
let's go do that. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here tonight. My name is Joseph, and we are out this bitch.
Papi.